Alright, so this is another episode of Driving Perilously, the show in which we turn on the radio and talk about what it is that we find here in sunny South Florida. I'm at the Trump International Golf Club. Nobody ever talks about it, but you know, there's more things involving Trump than just Mar-a-Lago here in Palm Beach County and other places too. You know, there's the Trump Tower in New York that's famous, but I was in Miami Beach. I don't know where I was. I don't think it was the city limits of Miami. But, you know, in South Florida, all across the coast, you've got all these little towns that all blend together, all spread out. And each one has a little downtown area or a large downtown area. But they all blend together in one big, not exactly metropolis. Because it's not like we have tons and tons of big buildings, but there's several things named for Trump, and I wonder if he ever comes here. It's right by the airport, right by the library, close to the zoo, close to the school board, close to the main post office, close to the Science Museum. And this was the theme song from The Grinch. He just sang about a real great line about the nauseous super nos. So we're familiar with nausea, but he's called it nos because he wanted it to be one syllable. And the music for How the Grinch Stole Christmas isn't exactly very Dr. Seussical, but it's a great show nonetheless. Alright, so this is Air Supply Winter Wonderland. Heard it several times this year, every year since it came out. Wonder when it came out. The 80s or the 90s? Their big hits were in the 80s, but it might have been during that or after that, I don't know. Flutes going on. Back to President Trump. I remember when Mar-a-Lago was owned by the state because the story was that no one could afford to maintain it. And that story always seemed weird to me. Like, what do you mean no one can afford to maintain it? What does that mean? In a free market system, no one can afford to maintain it. It means you use the land for something else, not you sell it off for cheap. But it was sold off for cheap. Apparently he got it really cheaply, and now it makes a profit for him. He also had a really big American flag there that was too big for Palm Beach laws, and also didn't want the planes to fly over, and also there's big talk that it wasn't a safe place for a president to live because it's really close to the intercoastal, the coast, and bridges and major roads, so it wasn't secure. So it just leads me to think that because Mar-a-Lago was built as a winter White House, but then never had anything to do with government officials at all, as far as I know, living there, until Trump bought it. And then he became president. It's just part of some big plan, isn't it? I mean, we're going to make you president, so we're going to let you live in a house that was built to be the winter White House. And then you're gonna get it for a song. And just like Hillary bought that stock and it made her extremely rich. I don't know. Does someone have that much control? Is there that much planning involved? Obviously, when they narrow it down to two horrible candidates, there's something going on besides the people just voting for who they want. But what exactly is going on? So here we've got a hymn. Sounds good, right? Nice harmony there. So let's be Emmylou Harris, I guess. But I don't know who she's with. Sammy Davis Jr., right? That must be Legends 100.3. Find it online. Elvis. Alright. So that was the first Noel, which is from the French. I was always impressed with songs from around the world when I was a young child. I had this album which had songs from different countries, little kids dressed in their national outfits. And I suppose it was a Disney album because it had It's a Small World on it. But the Christmas carols that are popular in the United States come from different countries. And the first Noel is the famous French addition to that. Happy Christmas, everybody. It's December 6th. The holiday season gets bigger and bigger every year, or takes up more days every year. More people leave up their Christmas lights all year long. Why don't we just call it Feliciano Navidad? Easier.
We have seen the passing.
Mariah at Brad's Farmers Markets.
Freedom to a nice night on the town.
This was also the case when I was time. He has the basketball prop.
Sleigh ride. I don't know. Sleigh ride's giving Carol the Bells a run for the money.
Then I'll know about whatever I want, so I can express me. Christ and the church. And you can begin here now.
All right, so this is J. Vernon McGee.
Of the apostle.
You can find him at ttb.org, worldwide,
This was the general
getting the
agreement
scripture
among
out in many, many
the law is
languages.
spiritual in the sense
And teaching the
that
whole
it was
thing,
given by the
not
Holy
just the parts he
Spirit,
wants
that
to.
it's part of the Word
All right,
of God.
I'm going to
In
listen to
other
Jay
words,
Vernon.
that is an expression in Scripture.
Everybody have a
For
good one.
instance, in 1 Corinthians